Hey guys, in this video I want to talk about my picks for the top 10 arena champions in this game, and I will be quickly showing you guys my build for all of them. Quick disclaimer, this list is based on my personal preference, and if you have a different opinion, that's fine. So let's get into the video. Alright, first let me have a quick honorable mention, that is Kendrafon here. I'm not going to put him in the top 10 list because personally I don't think he's strong enough for the top 10, but he is a really good champion. He deals a lot of damage and he is really tanky. So he receives 40% less damage while under Veil. So he pairs really well with Duchess. Let me quickly show you guys his build. Alright, here he is. I put him in Relentless set because I don't have another Savage set that's good enough for him, so I just put him in Relentless, and it works really well, and I mainly use him in Arena Defense. Alright guys, so let's get into the actual list. My pick for the number 10 champion for Arena is going to be Tronda. She's a Dwarf attack based champion, and she is the best nuker in the game. And I believe most of the people already know about this champion, but she's a nuker, which means she is replaceable. There are many nukers in this game, like Ethos, Foley, Yannicka, and Kendrafon. They don't do damage like Tronda, but again, nukers are replaceable. And her A2 here, from Hail Hades video, I saw that he said this 60% of damage will ignores all defense. If that's true, I think that's a problem. If this is a bug, they should fix it. And let me show you guys my build for Tronda. It's going to be in a Savage set with Helm Smasher. Basically, just build her damage as high as possible, and I use attack boots. So my pick for the number 9 champion for Arena is going to be a very old school champion, Arbiter. She is from the mission table, so I think a lot of people have her already, and people just kinda take her as granted. But if you're actually an Arena player, you can't really live without her. Look at these ratings, more than 7,000, and these ratings are really good. And she has the second best speed aura in the game, and she has speed boost, attack up, and the revive, and her base speed is really good. Let me show you guys my recommend Arbiter build. For those of you who only have one Arbiter, I highly recommend you to go with immunity, because if you want to use a double speed boost comp, you don't have to make Arbiter to go first. If you have Lissandra, like Golden Reaper or Sifi, you can make them go first and make Arbiter go second. And immunity Arbiter can do so much more compared to triple speed set Arbiter. And if you don't believe it, when I push for Planet Arena reset, my triple speed set Arbiter straight into the vault. I don't use triple speed Arbiter at all. Alright, my number 8 pick for Arena champion is going to be Krisk the Ageless. He is a relatively older champion, and I would put him much higher if Nekrit wasn't released. But after Nekrit was released, I just think Nekrit is overall better than him in Arena. And basically he can give your team a very big shield, and he has so much utility. The problem is, he works really well with the resist team, but right now resist meta is just kinda dead, so I don't see him that often nowadays. Let me quickly show you guys my Krisk build. Just with the shield set, super fast, super high HP, and good accuracy with Bulwark talent. And that's pretty much it. So the number 7 Arena champion is going to be Warlord. I really like this guy. I actually have 2 of him, and his A3 here is going to, after book, is going to put everyone's skill on cooldown. And this is not a debuff, so if you have enough accuracy, the enemy team cannot immune it, which means immunity set is useless against him. And his A2 here is heals 30% of this champion's max HP, so he has really good base HP. His A1 is kinda useless, but his rest of his kit is really good. And he has one of the best resist aura in the game. And I'm really excited about the AI change that is coming, probably in next patch. Basically, they're allowing players to customize champions AI. Right now, his AI is really stupid. In a lot of situations, he uses A2 first. If I can set him to always use A3 first, this guy is going to be probably top 5 in my list. So here, I have 2 Warlords. And this one I built him in a Swift Parry, but it's not necessary. You can just put him in triple speed set. And I give him really good base HP. So his A2 heals a lot. And in terms of accuracy, I didn't give him a lot of accuracy because I only want him to put enemy's nuker skill on the cooldown. If the enemy team has a like 800 resist Duchess, I don't really care about that, I guess. And the other one is the immunity. I just put him with high speed, high accuracy. I use this one in offense and this one in defense. So the number 6 champion on my list is going to be Prince Khaimar. And he's kinda like the new meta right now. And I believe I'm the first one that started to use him in Platinum Arena. And now he is everywhere. Basically, his kit is just amazing. And I don't know why people not using him like half a year ago. His A1 doesn't really matter. His A2 remove all buffs and plays asleep on everyone with a 3 turns cooldown. And his A3 reset cooldown of all ally skill and field turn meter. And he has a 30% speed aura for arena. And he has really good base speed. Basically, he's a really good counter to Seeker and Swift Parry set. Because if Swift Parry set proc, he's gonna reset cooldown of all ally skill. And so your Madame can strip again, and your nuker can nuke again. Here is my build for Prince Khaimar. This is like a typical arena Prince Khaimar build. I put him in immunity set, but it's not necessary. If you don't have good immunity set, you can just put him in like accuracy set or triple speed set. Basically, you will need very good speed and very good accuracy. Ideally, you will want him to have 100% crit, but if not, that's okay. In terms of talent, I went with the accuracy talent, and that's pretty much it. Alright guys, so here comes to my top 5 champions for Arena. For the number 5 spot, I'm gonna give it to Nekrit the Great. He is relatively a new champion, and I just made a video about him a couple days ago. He is a really good champion, but the problem is I think he is good for endgame players. If he is your first or second legendary, he is probably not going to be account changer. Basically, you will need those OP champions like Sifi, Duchess or Tronda, those type of champion, and this guy is going to make them more overpowered. Basically, his A1 is a decrease attack and cannot be resisted. And this is ally attack, and A3 is a block debuff, ally protection, and strengthen. And his most insane ability is this passive. Place a block debuff, strengthen, and ally protection on the ally with lowest HP at start of each round. So right now there is a new word called HP tuned. We heard of speed tune. Now there is HP tune. Basically, you will want one of your champion to have the lowest max HP. The way I do it is I make Tronda lowest HP, and I see other people make their like Arbiter lowest HP, so he's gonna place block debuff on the Arbiter. So here is my Nekrit build. Just a shield set and the immortal set. Not much to be said. Just high HP, that's pretty much it. You don't really need speed, but it's good to have speed, and I went with bulwark. Alright, for the number 4 spot, I'm going to give it to another Undead Horde legendary. That is Siphi the Lost Bride. This might be a little bit controversial because I know a lot of people think that she is the most broken champion in the game. I don't think she is as good as she was used to be, because here's why, okay? So her A1 is still broken. It's a sleep debuff that cannot be resisted. This absolutely deserves a nerf. And this one here, her A2 plays 3 buffs at once with a 4-turn cooldown. Okay, this is a good skill, but in Arena right now, the resist meta is dead. Like, nobody build like 800 resist champion anymore. So after she plays it, it's gonna get instantly removed. Alright, so her A3 is a single target revive with 4 turns cooldown. So as a revive skill, it's not good enough. I think Duchess revive is better than this one. And another problem is she is not very tanky. Even though she has really good base stats, but if you build her with speed, she's not going to be tanky enough. That's why nowadays people build her with swift parry, and I'm gonna show you guys my build. So here's my Siphi build. I built her with swift parry and speed. I gave her high speed, high resist, and good toughness. I mainly use this Siphi for arena defense, because her kit are very good for defense, but I pretty much don't use her in offense, except sometimes I use Siphi and double rotos. The reason I don't use her in offense is she doesn't have attack up. I will have Arbiter to have attack up, and I will need another support champion to deal with swift parry, like Khaimar or Warlord. She can do nothing about swift parry. That's a big problem. That's why I don't use her in arena offense. Alright guys, here comes to my top 3 pick. For the number 3 spot, I'm going to give it to Duchess Lily 2. Duchess is actually my 4th legendary of this account, so I was pretty lucky. Her kit is quite simple. Her A1 is a shield, 10% of her max HP. It might not seem a lot, but think about this. If you build her with super high HP, like 100,000 HP, so when she uses this, she's going to place a 10,000 shield to the champion with lowest HP. So this is actually really good. And her A2 here, increased attack, block debuff, and perfect veil. Perfect veil has a AoE damage reduction, I believe. And her A3 here is a 4-turn cooldown revive that can revive everyone. That's why I'm saying this revive skill is much better than Siphi's. And her passive here is an AoE damage reduction by 25%. So that's why I feel like this guy, this girl is actually better than Siphi. Like, you don't really need increased defense. All you need to do is put Duchess there. Her skill kit is equivalent to a 60% increased defense. And also she has a really good speed aura, 19% in all battle. If you build her in swift parry, she is going to be so annoying. So here is my Duchess build. I built her with swift parry and resist. She is a little bit tough to gear if you want to use her in like high arena. She needs high HP, high defense, high speed, and high resist. That's why it's a little bit tough, but it's not necessary to have high resist. But I still highly recommend you to go with swift parry. If you cannot get resist that high, just go with high HP and high speed. That's it. Alright, for the top 2 champions in my list, I want to say like this. If Plarion decide to take any of them out of the game, it's going to completely change arena. That's how impactful they are. So, for the number 2 spot, I'm going to give it to the People's Champion, Madame Ceres. She is an epic. That's right, she is an epic. And she is on the number 2 of my list. Look at the ratings. Over 8,000 ratings, and it's still a 5 in arena offense. The only reason that she is a 4.6 in arena defense is because her AI is stupid. she often prioritizes her A2. So after the AI change, when people always make her use A3 first, her arena defense is going to be a 5 as well, and we will start to see more Madame in arena defense. Her A3 removes all buff from all enemies and plays decrease attack and decrease defense. This is just insane for an ability from an epic. I actually saw a video from Hail Hades a couple weeks ago talking about players should nerf her. I mean, she is overpowered for sure. She is stronger than most of legendaries, but I don't think it's a good idea to nerf her now. If I remember correct, this champion was released like Halloween 2019, so they should not nerf her, like not after 16 months. I agree that they should nerf her, but they should have done it like a year ago. If they didn't do it, they should not do it now. That's just my personal opinion. If they decide to nerf her now, it's gonna completely change arena. Here's my Madame build. For this champion, there's really nothing need to be said. There are like hundreds of guides out there. You basically just go with triple accuracy set. Make her super high accuracy and good speed. And I highly recommend you guys to build 2 of Madame, 1 in accuracy and 1 in immunity. And that's pretty much it. Alright, here comes to the best arena champion in the entire game. I think you guys already know by now, right? That is the king of arena, the one and only, the Hegemon. Look at this Bone Knight. I think he is the best champion for arena by far. One of my clanmate, Leo Wheel, once said, any defense team without Hegemon is a 20-second farm. And that is the case in top platinum arena. So during reset, I believe 90% of top 20 players put Hegemon on their defense. If they don't have Hegemon on their defense, they're gonna get spammed like crazy. His passive here is always gonna go first for each round. So this will force the enemy team to use immunity set. As I showed you guys my Madame build, you can see the accuracy difference from my accuracy Madame and the immunity Madame. By putting on Hegemon, I will force the enemy team to use immunity Madame. That's how impactful he is. Here's my Hegemon build. I was running a nuking Hegi, but after I got Nekrit, I just changed my Hegemon's gear. Because Nekrit is going to protect the ally with lowest HP, right? I don't want Nekrit to protect him if I put them in the same team. Because there's no reason to protect Hegemon. Hegemon can die and get revived. It doesn't really matter. So I put a HP percentage chest piece on him, and so I sacrificed a lot of damage. Right now the purpose of using Hegemon is just to force the enemy to use immunity. That's pretty much it. That's why I think Hegemon is a really good dupe to have. I really hope to get a second one. If I get a second one, I will build him in like full savage damage build. And right now, after Nekrit's release, he also kinda gets countered by Nekrit. I showed my offense style in my last video. I using Nekrit to counter Hegemon super hard. So yeah, it's kinda weird right now. Alright guys, here is the complete list of my top 10 arena champions in Raid Shadow Legends. If you have any questions on those champion build, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, see you guys on my next video. Bye!